Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait, how many times are we
I
doing
don't
it?
know.
Or look.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, start again.
Uh-oh.
What's up, friends, and welcome back to What's Up with Tai Tai and Tao Tao Talking.
Yeah.
We want to thank you guys so much for the love and support off that last episode, Self-Love. You guys definitely went crazy in the comments, and we truly do feel that love. So we asked you guys what topics you guys wanted to hear us talk about, and the one comment that stuck out to us the most was me and Tao talking about our ethnicity and our culture and how we represent that daily in our life. You want to know?
I want to know. So let's talk about it. Let's see where I start. My mom was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama, then moved to LA. My dad was born in the Bay, then moved to LA and then to Salt Lake City, Utah. And then those two met at Delta Airlines in Los Angeles, California. Stayed there, raised a family, had 4 kids, and the rest is history. So in the Samoan culture, we would be considered Afakasi.
Yes.
Which means
half Samoan,
or part Samoan.
Part Samoan,
right?
yeah.
And I'm very proud to be who I am. You know, I have a lot of respect for my family and for my elders who raised me right and put me in the best position that they possibly could for me to succeed, for all of us to succeed. So I think at the end of the day, to answer the question, you know, how do I go about doing that in the world? I really just try and be the best possible person that I can be.
Right. Yeah.
I try and be the best version of myself, of Tao, and have respect for my elders and for my family and for everybody. But towards my family, because of the sacrifices that they made for us, you know, before we were even here, or when we were born, I'm sure that there was a lot that went down.
Well, yeah, back in the day, back in those times,
for sure,
way harder than what it is now. So yeah,
I'm sure of it. You know, there was a lot that went down, and them being strong people and making, you know, ends meet. I respect them to the fullest, and there's a lot of love involved for them. So, you know, every day I try to wake up and make them proud and make myself proud and live up to my potential and what I say I'm going to do. I also want to touch on one part. When I was growing up, when I was younger, I felt like there were times if I was around all Samoans or just people who were just full Samoan, I wasn't Samoan enough.
Felt out of place.
At times.
Yeah.
And it would be the same thing, vice versa, when I was around Black friends or Black family. I feel like I'm not Black enough.
Because that's also hard too. Like, because I go through the same thing where it's like I could be around Samoan people and they'll tell me, "You look Black." Right. And then I'll be around my Black people and they'll be like, "You look Samoan." Right. So it completely puts you in just a very different mind space. Yeah. Right,
it does. And when you're young and you think like that, you kind of like you nailed it on the head. It's like you don't know where you really fit in.
Yeah.
Right. But now that we're older and wiser, I think with time and you know,
and just going through things too. Yeah.
With those things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You start to realize that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
It really doesn't matter at all. All that matters is that, like I've been saying, you live up to your potential and you treat your life with care.
And don't ever let somebody make you feel something that you're not, because you are what you are.
True.
And as you get older and wiser, once you understand that,
then
nobody can tell you nothing.
And I think that's the same with anybody.
And yeah.
Whatever ethnicity you are, you know, wherever you came from, it doesn't matter. You know, you just have to realize that this is how God made me, and I'm gonna make the best of it.
Yeah.
You know, and make myself and my family proud, and let them know that, hey, everything that you guys sacrificed for me growing up, everything that you taught me, is not forgotten.
Right.
You know, I don't ever want to forget where I came from, the struggles, the hard times, and enduring through those times, and just really making the best of our situation.
Right.
That's all we can do.
Right. Yeah. So for me, how I represent my two cultures in my daily life, on my Samoan side, what I've learned the most is respect, mad respect for everything and everyone. That is respecting my elders, respecting my parents, respecting my siblings. We're just respecting people in general. I think that's the one thing that I've learned. Also, too, is doing good services, doing good deeds. What I've learned or what I've seen growing up, my grandparents, my dad, they'll give anything to help anybody. So, and it's about just being a good person, what I've taken from my Samoan side. And from my Black side, that is just straight hustle side. For just being a Black woman in this world today, and even back in the day too, they didn't think of us at all. Right. Women back in the day couldn't even have a credit card. They wanted women to depend on men fully. And for the Black woman that paved the way for me today, I set myself at a high standard. Because my grandma, she marched with Martin Luther King. My mom, she had multiple business while rotating 4 kids. So that Black side is just like that hustle side. Get what you want and get it, basically. And Black women, how I hold myself as a Black woman, I just hold it real high. High standards, because it can be taken from us very easily. And it was back in the day. Now in this generation, we're standing a little bit more stronger today. Yeah, for sure. And in my generation, I stand my head up real tall.
Hold it up high.
I hold it up real high, because it's taken from me at any time. And so that hustle part of all Black women, we're just like go-getters. We go get what we want. It can be small or it can be big. And being a Black woman, I love it. We're here with Grace. We got this clog off the skin. Everybody want to be us. Everybody want to be this. And if you haven't noticed at all, knowing me, check it. Check this black woman wall. And it's not celebrities or big names out there. It's just Black women. Every day I wake up, I get to look at Black excellence. Period. Point blank. So basically, to answer that question, I hold myself at a high standard. To make my family proud, to reach my full potential.
For sure. As a big brother, to hear you say that you're proud to be a Black woman, you're proud to be who you are, right? Have someone half Black. It makes me feel good too, knowing that my sibling, my baby sister, is even thinking that way.
Right.
There's a part of me that hopes that little Black girls are out there thinking the same way too, or someone can show them that. And not even just little Black girls.
Yeah.
All girls.
All
girls. All boys, the youth, everyone growing up, they need to know this. Right. If not from family, from friends, mentors, somebody has to let them know that. Now, were we given that that knowledge as a kid?
Not at all.
You don't think at all time? I think it's in some form or fashion.
It wasn't talked about, but it was definitely shown.
Okay,
where we could take it. You know what I mean? So we're in Alabama with all the family, the women, and talking. We're right behind them. They don't know, but we listening.
Right.
So yes, it was shown, and we took what we could from it.
Right.
Wasn't really talked a lot because Samoans, they're not big talkers. But the Black side is, so it was kind of like balancing that out and stuff. So it wasn't fully there, but it was there. But I do hope that this generation, yes, of course, like what you just said, you're happy to hear me talk about it. And I wish I was talking like this, 5 years ago. And I think I was, but not to a full level of it, to put it out there and be like, being Black, being half Black, half Samoan, being Havakasi, it's a rare breed. Do you know? Do you know any other Black Samoans? I don't. I take myself as we're rare breed.
I mean, the important part is that we're thinking that way now.
Yeah. No, of course.
You mentioned that. I wish I did this 5 years ago, or was thinking this way 5 years ago. That's okay.
Right.
There's no better time than right now.
Right.
Whoever commented in this on the last video about this topic.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. It gives us
shout out to Anna.
It gives us the opportunity to dig deep and talk about it.
Right. Because it's not talked about that much. And for me, what I want this younger generation to see is let's stop talking about those popular TikTok things. Let's start talking about what really matters. Dig into your culture, be that confident person, understand what you want, small or big, and go get it. But go get it with just you going in there in confidence, but not really knowing a lot about it, but knowing that you want to absorb it.
Yeah,
you want to get out there, you want to get it.
True. And when you speak on what people are talking about nowadays, I'm happy because in this podcast, as these episodes go on, we'll be able to talk about some real topics.
Yeah,
on this podcast. Yeah. I was gonna bring up when Grandma and Papa were just here. Mm-hmm. Our grandparents were just here like maybe 3 weeks ago.
But like 3 weeks,
something like that. Yeah. And Ty and I.
Oh, we stayed up till like midnight.
Ty and I, and even my brother.
Yeah, Tui.
Even Tui as well.
Some good conversations.
Good stories. Like just talking to them about what happened back in the day. Mm-hmm. How did you meet Grandma? Yeah. Stories about Papa and Nofali and with his family and how the church. I feel that it's our duty to dig deep into our family history now that we're older.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, if I'm being honest, as a kid, I would hear stories on my black side and on our Samoan side about things that happened in the past, but never really dug deep and asked more questions. Mm. And I feel like now that I'm older and wiser and more interested in it, it's kind of my duty to find out.
Really know.
To ask those questions.
And older, wiser.
Right, and to hear those stories of the struggle and how they they made it out.
Right, and I just feel like being older, you absorb it better than just being younger. And they say it, you hear it, but it just goes
right
over.
As a kid, there's so many other things going on in your life.
Yeah,
I'm sure there were kids out there that would ask those questions too when they were younger. But I just wasn't really one of those kids.
We weren't there yet.
I wasn't there, but now it's kind of cool to hear the stories, and it's like, man, that's where I came from. Like if Papa didn't come from Western Samoa to meet Grandma here in Laie, we would never. We wouldn't be here. It's like everything happens for a reason. And
sure.
Right now, talking about this on this topic, it makes me just even more proud to be who I am. The struggles that we went through, and I can still sit here with a smile on my face and say, that's okay, because I'm gonna still keep pushing forward. As should you.
Yeah.
As should all of us. That part, saying?
The struggles are real. No, we've been through some struggles, but what Tao was just talking about. Yeah, we've been through some struggles, but how we go through our day, we the happiest people.
Try to be.
I mean, we really are. Because one, God woke us up. I think that's the one thing I say every morning when I open my eyes. God woke me up. Or Betty James, she woke me up. Just things like that. I'm just grateful to have another day. So for that, I'm gonna stay happy. I'm gonna make somebody's day. I'm gonna treat somebody kind. I'm gonna give back to somebody. And that basically just comes from our cultures. Just giving back. Or for me on the black side, if they bounce an idea off me, so what can we do to take that step? Both sides are coming in my daily life.
I just thought about like the kids who don't know their parents.
That part.
Who grow up like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It'd be like a movie. Yeah. You're like looking for your parents, like trying to figure out where you came from or what happened.
Yeah.
But it'd be insane.
That would be
crazy.
That would be the hardest part of not really knowing. Yeah.
So for us to even complain about anything, right? To me, is like what they went through. Compared to what I go through is a stub toe compared to what they're really going through it. Yeah. So for us to know where we came from, our history, I think is imperative that we really understand that and respect it. Because at the end of the day, once we understand that, then we can go through our lives, knowing that my elders and my family did a lot for me to be right here, right now, and then moving forward. You're going to have smart feet. Yes. Everything you do is going to be set with intention. Like, I'm going to go do this, and set this goal for a 6-month goal, a year goal, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And I'm going to show my family that what you did for me, what you did for me is never unnoticed.
Right.
Unconditional love, everything, you name it.
Because the thing is, too, it's always about, like, what your elders did for you. The goal is to be better.
True.
That's what they say, because the goal is to be better than them, and that's what will make the parents proud. Like, they could do with how much they could do.
True.
Now it's your time to be better than when you have kids. The kids need to be better than you, and so forth and so forth.
Basically, you're right.
Yeah.
And basically, I've talked about this before, where they raised us because we needed the help then as kids.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get older, we need to be there to take care of them.
That really is what family is all about, through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin. Whether it's, you know, helping out with a roof over your head,
mm-hmm.
or, you know, knowledge,
mm-hmm.
guidance.
Any little thing, yeah.
Any little thing.
Yeah.
Or when your baby sister wants you to pick her up a green juice from Foodland.
Love.
Every morning. Where you at? Give me a green juice. I'm not even buy Foodland. God damn.
That was a good time.
That's a good one.
That was a good time.
Kaena, you said?
Yeah, kind of good one.
Thank you for the topic. That's a good one. That's all for today, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of What's Up with Tai Tai and Tao Tao.
Yes,
be sure to go into Ty's bio to
yes.
get the link to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Until next time, keep
Show
loving
some
yourself. Show some love.
Show some love to
Keep
yourself.
loving yourself.
You're gonna lie.
Yeah, you. Peace.